A cozy countryside house with a wooden porch. An elderly man with kind eyes, a white beard, and a warm flannel shirt kneels down, opening his arms as a young, fluffy golden retriever puppy runs toward him, wagging its tail joyfully. The morning sunlight casts a golden glow, and birds chirp in the trees. Grandpa tossing a stick, Loki running through a sunlit meadow, the two sitting on the porch enjoying the sunset, and Grandpa petting Loki by a fireplace in the evening. Each moment radiates love and companionship. Grandpa sits on a wooden chair outside, petting Loki, who rests his head on Grandpa's knee. Grandpa smiles and says, "You're not just a dog, Loki. You're family." The sky is painted with soft pinks and oranges from the setting sun. Loki's eyes shine with pure devotion. A bedroom bathed in soft, warm light from a bedside lamp. Grandpa sleeps peacefully in his bed, while Loki lies on the floor beside him, his eyes half open, keeping watch over his best friend. The clock on the wall ticks softly, marking another peaceful night. A time-lapse scene of the seasons changing outside the house. Spring flowers bloom. Summer sunshine fills the fields. Autumn leaves fall, and winter snow gently covers the ground. Through the window, we see Grandpa and Loki growing older together, their bond unchanged. A quiet morning, but something is different. Loki stands beside Grandpa's bed, ears perked up, waiting for him to wake up. The sunlight peeks through the window, casting soft rays on Grandpa's still figure. Loki nudges his hand, but there's no response. Relatives gather in the dimly lit living room. A woman wipes away tears. A man places a comforting hand on her shoulder. Loki sits in the corner, ears down, watching with sad eyes, sensing the sorrow in the air. Loki wanders the house, sniffing Grandpa's chair, staring at the empty spot on the porch, waiting by the door. His tail is low, and his ears are drooping. The house feels empty. Outside, people in dark clothing stand in front of a small church. A wooden casket sits nearby, with flowers resting on top. From a distance, Loki watches, his eyes filled with silent sadness, not fully understanding why Grandpa is gone. The once warm and lively home feels hollow. Loki slowly walks through the hallway, glancing at Grandpa's empty chair. Dust particles float in the air, and the sound of an old ticking clock fills the silence. The old wooden swing moves slightly in the wind, creaking softly. Loki sits beside it, staring at the empty seat where Grandpa used to sit. His tail is still, his eyes full of longing. An old radio plays a crackling tune on a wooden table. Loki lies beside it, ears drooped, looking at the spot where Grandpa used to hum along. The music feels different now, lonely. Loki lies curled up on Grandpa's bed, resting his head on Grandpa's old quilt. The room is dim, and the scent of Grandpa's familiar warmth still lingers. Loki closes his eyes, lost in memories. In Loki's dream, Grandpa walks ahead, calling his name. The sun is bright, the fields endless. Loki barks happily, running toward him, but before he reaches Grandpa, he wakes up alone. A bowl of untouched food sits in front of Loki. He stares at it blankly, his ears drooping. The once joyful dog has lost his appetite, lost in sorrow. Family members try to play with Loki, offering him his favorite toy. But Loki doesn't react, he just turns away, lying down with his head on his paws. Loki struggles to move, his legs weak. He slowly makes his way to Grandpa's bed, collapsing gently onto the soft quilt, breathing heavily. The last light of sunset filters through the window, casting a golden glow. Loki takes a final breath, his body relaxing as he drifts off into eternal rest. A vast, golden field stretches endlessly, filled with swaying grass and warm sunlight. The sky is bright and endless, exuding a sense of peace. In the distance, Grandpa stands with open arms, smiling warmly, calling out, "There you are, boy. I've been waiting for you." Loki's tail wags furiously as he sprints toward Grandpa, his golden fur shining in the light. The weight of sadness is gone. Grandpa kneels down, arms open, as Loki leaps into his embrace. The screen fades to white, leaving only love and warmth behind.